Formalities all but complete. There is fervour and passion in the house. There is royalty in the venue. And indeed, Kings of Africa will be crowned here and now, this very evening. This night wears the crown, but who will be hoisting the trophy aloft at the end of this tie? Welcome to Rabat. Welcome to the final chapter of AFCON 2025. Senegal have made three changes from the side that started in the 1-0 win over Egypt in the semi-final. Mendy comes in at right back and Sarr starts in central defence. Mendy is just 21, Sarr is 20, both relatively untested. They come in though for the sick Super Diatta and for the suspended Koulibaly, the captain. Lamine Camara in midfield comes in for Diarra, who's missing. But Sunday Olise, what do you make of the Senegal lineup?
You're right, what it said. But then again, but that notwithstanding, I think these are quality players. And well, at this stage, as a young player, and when you look at what Senegal are doing in the past, they've been building on the youth system. So that means that these players are tested players. So it's already proven that he's a solid player. So they shouldn't worry that much. But that notwithstanding, they are coming against a very solid Moroccan side that is well orchestrated and really know how to find the weak points in defenses.
Well, this is a Senegal side, though, that is led by the experience of the likes of Ghana Gay and indeed Sadio Mane, who attempts to become one of only three players to win AFCON twice and be named CAF Men's Player of the Year on multiple occasions. Ashraf Hakimi and Ghana Gay with an embrace ahead of the start. Jean-Jacques Ndala of DRC is the man in the middle for today's tie. At his fourth African Cup of Nations, it's his first AFCON final, but not his first continental final. It's in charge of the opening match, and he could finish it with the final here. Gilan Gila and Fadel Bilizi of his DRC are his two assistants. And Abu Gila Tom of South Africa is rewarded for his consistency by being fourth official for the final. In the VAR room, Pierre Acho of Gabon leads a very experienced collection of officials. Morocco, for the fourth consecutive knockout stage match, are unchanged. Yassin Boudou starts in goal. Masraoui, Masina, Aguer and Hakimi in the back line. Hakimi only played a handful of minutes in the group stages, but he's been ever present in the knockout stages. Belanoui has been exceptional. He's played every minute of this campaign. Saibari is among three players on the score sheet for Morocco. El Khadousi for the injured Unawi in the knockout stages. And El Kabi is the target man. Brahim Diaz, perhaps the key, and the one-on-one man, Ezal Zuli, starts down the left. Sunday.
Yeah, I repeat once again, no host nation this AFCON since 2006 except for the Cote d'Ivoire. But this Moroccan team is a different breed. They've dominated ever since the group stages, and this is a team that is well rooted and well created by well rounded by the trainer.
The sea of red surrounds the pitch, but Senegal stand firm. Morocco, with one last reminder from the crowd, they are here to win. We're underway in the final. Morocco in the white with red trim against Senegal in the green with yellow trim. It is the final. History is set to be made. Africa, hold your breath. Rabat roars because we've got two giants fighting for one trophy as Mendy gets the first touch. Out to the near side. Yes, Antoine Mendy, who plays his first minutes of this tournament in the right back position as Super Diatta is feeling unwell ahead of this final.
Yeah, that was a big surprise. That was a big surprise, but it's good that Antoine Mendy started with a very good first touch. That's extremely important in this kind of games for a young player.
44-year-old Papjo, he celebrates his 45th birthday in just a few days' time. The man from Senegal who won the African Nations Championship by beating the North African host nation when they upset Algeria a couple of years ago. Can he do so again, this time against Morocco in the African Cup of Nations final? A decent touch, a quality touch as Moussa Niakate brings it under control, and now Lamine Camara, a little short perhaps in finding Mendy, but sweeps the ball out towards the man who's been solid alongside Koulibaly throughout this championship. So let's talk about young Mamadou Sarr. As Diop brings the ball under control, but under pressure from Brahim Diaz. Mamadou Sarr, you'd be well familiar with his dad, Sunday.
Well, I had the pleasure to play against the father in 2002 at the AFCON in Mali.
And what did Pop Sarr do on the day?
He got a red.
Semi-final.
He was sent off, but we lost the game.
I was about to say, at least Senegal made the final, though.
Yeah. And he went on to go to the World Cup, I believe, also.
Yeah, he played against Denmark in the World Cup, and here he has a chance to see his son claim the AFCON title, a title that he was so close to claiming himself. Lovely golden accents on the official match ball, the Itri ball being used for this final, celebrating the two finalists. Among those watching on, the CAF president, the FIFA president, Dr. Patrice Motsepe, and Gianni Infantino. Yakite, yes, sir.
Well, we got over 170 countries that are watching this game at the moment. That tells you how big the AFCON has become.
Lovely ball up towards Jackson. Little touch, decent. Out to Mane. Mane streaking away. Down he goes. And referee says play on. Mane remains down. Morocco push forward. Looking to secure possession. Bilal Al-Thanous and Hakimi almost collide in midfield. Oh, he's back on his feet though.
Would be interesting to look at this foul on Mane.
Walid Regragui in charge of Morocco, undefeated in the last 26 matches. Hoping to continue for just one more. That'll prove to be a crowning glory of a journey that started effectively nearly 20 years ago.
This man has revolutionized totally Moroccan football.
Has been praised by so many, including Bernard, who is a multiple AFCON champion as coach, having won with both Zambia and Cote d'Ivoire. Talking about just how much Regragui has changed, not just Moroccan football, but African football. Here's again, streaking away, a lovely touch down the far side flank, and again Sadio Mane. A little brush on the side of his face, it seems as well, but stays on his feet. He's come to play as Sadio Mane.
You are looking at the living legend in Sadio Mane. When you talk about influential players, he is one gigantic one.
He scored a couple of critical goals for Senegal when they needed him most. He scored in the group stage against DRC, one of the two matches in which Senegal were under a little pressure. He scored the winner against Egypt in the semi-final to secure this final berth. And now Senegal have the early corner. Deep delivery, back post, and not too far away. Oh, how agonizingly close.
The delivery was extraordinarily well played. Once again, one of the best goalkeepers in the world, Bruno, shows why he is highly rated.
Bob Gay looking for his third goal of this tournament. He scored twice in the come from behind win over Sudan in the round of 16. Delivery this time is swept to safety by the Moroccan defence. Brahim Diaz for the touch, loses it. Jackson. Ball is bounced and the whistle eventually sounds. Free kick Morocco. But the noise in this venue is so significant that none of the players can hear the DRC referee's whistle sound.
That is understandable. There's a clear foul by Jackson there. Going into the man to the ball.
Jackson, who breaks the front.
Oh, but the delivery was perfect. But I think the striker could have done better there.
Well,
yeah. So we mtamba bola pa msebera gusta subscribe ba? Msebera gusta subscribe, like, comment. Tuonangani Senegal izao ina tuonangani Maloko yara Maloko yara senda cup. Tuara mona pa pene game face ipwe. Amene mwa betting hapa. Careful hapa so niza mitima hapa sizili muje mitima hapa mitima hapa nomba hapa. And mitima hapa nomba wana manta cha ngada boa roza ngada boa win and drama hapa. Ba betting a bola. Patine ndiko ine maloko no ngandiza tenga kapu hapa.
Every minute of this tournament, Elanoe, Aguer, and Bono in goal. Bono looking to become the first goalkeeper to keep 6 clean sheets in the tournament.
He's been extremely important for this team, especially against Nigeria. He made the difference.
Mustanori dispossessed by Njai. Referee says illegally so, free kick Morocco.
When we look at this early minutes we've seen, it seems as if the Senegalese have settled better into this game than the Moroccans. Obviously, the pressure of winning this on home turf seems to be taking its toll at the moment.
They showed signs of that they've needed to lift themselves from the pressure that they've been under. But they've done it virtually every game. The question, though, really is, can anybody score against Morocco? Here's Azazouli, square ball, and it's allowed to go through. And Mendy almost bumped off the ball by his fullback in El Hadji Malik Diouf, the West Ham man, who is friends with Mayem again. The time of West Ham overlap, but they know each other beyond that as well.
That's what you get when you play this Moroccan side. Even when you think you're dominating, they can hit you hard on the counter.
Throw it taken quickly, but throw it out. Delivery to Gabi. Gabi waits, looking for that deflected header. Very nicely played by Niakate. Mendy left behind as Elzuli stuns it. Looking for the counter. Iliman Jai. Jai wants to bring it under control. Won't do so here. And throw it to Morocco.
You can count on the Moroccans when they go on defensive mode to always have someone covering a teammate.
Malike ma comments siniyaona malike ma comments siniyaona malike ma comments. You guys like comments, you guys. Guys, mlikuti simoneka guys, mlikuti.
Senegal has might have tugged off the ball. 10 minutes to come and gone, goalless it remains. This is a final, and so seldom do we see high-scoring finals at the African Cup of Nations. In fact, Senegal have played in 3 finals and they've never scored a goal in the final.
Well, you can bet your money the Moroccans are praying that continues.
Great composure for the 20-year-old who has been signed by Chelsea, played at the Club World Cup, and again a moment of magic, potentially see Senegal and indeed awarded his top game is down, and they have again protest.
I think that was a clear foul. I think it's stopping way before he got the ball. This is where the Senegalese captain Koulibaly. He was if I can use that word, a beast when he had to possess position. But then again, Sai is not a small man either.
There's a few players will be looking to rise. Top game, not short either. It'll be Diouf to feed. over this. Decent looking delivery as well. And a little touch from Saar. That'll be out for the.
This is actually the first game I'm seeing Morocco play that it's taking them 10 minutes to overload the right side.
You know, this is the first time that I think we've seen the side spend more time in their final third than they have in their opponents, to be fair. There's an opportunity lost.
Well, I think he was able to strike that thanks to the run that Kabi gave him. That's it, taking away the defenders away. I just mistaken.
Slavani scored in the win over Cameroon for his second of the tournament.
He's been actually very important for Morocco, not only by scoring goals, but the work rates that he's brought to this tournament.
And it's been one of the standouts, undoubtedly. Indeed, back inside, he is LA9, picks up possession. Not only is his passing game been on point, but his ball-winning ability, since he's been asked to play in the central midfield role, so he's so impressive because he's asked to play effectively such an Amrabat's role.
Yeah.